Welcome to the revolution. I have the utmost respect for police officers, the utmost respect for Border Patrol agents, for anybody who on a daily basis puts themselves in harm's way for the greater good of humanity. But I have that respect because you put yourself in harm's way for the better of humanity. Now, if you take that position and there's 17 other men who would have walked in that building and done something, because you bet your ass, if my daughter's in that school and I'm driving there, you know what I'm doing is I'm stopping at home. I'm grabbing everything I need to go in there. And I'm walking right past these cops. And if they try and stop me, I'm going to tell them to shoot me in the head. And I'm going to have somebody video recording it so that I can show that you are more likely to shoot the parent who is going to do something because you're being a coward than you were to go in that building and save those children. And that's what it took. It took one man who decided enough was enough. Because could you imagine standing outside of that school and hearing those sounds? And just having to witness it, just having to sit there, wait on your chain of command. Fuck that. So, the individual that did go in there was actually an off-duty Border Patrol agent who did so against the wishes of the police that were there. So had this individual not gone against police orders and not gone in there, how many more lives would have been lost? How many more children would not have seen their parents that night? It's sickening to me that this happened and it went down the way that it did. So there was documents that came up, documents that were released recently that showed in the Uvalde school district that they had active shooter training 2 months prior. They went over everything that they should have done. Nothing in these documents said that they were supposed to wait outside for 90 minutes. Not a single part of the documents. You know what the documents did say? The document said that you go in there regardless of your own safety. The document said whether you have, 20 people standing outside with rifles or there's one of you, you go in that building because that's your job. And if you don't want to do it, I completely understand. Most people are not cut out to walk in that building and do the things that you would need to do to take care of this situation. I understand. Completely get it. Very few people are cut out to pull that trigger. Very few people are cut out to open that door against gunfire and go in and do something about this. Very few people are built that way. And if you're not, step down, find a different job, and let another individual who's willing, ready, and able to go in there to stop a situation like this from occurring. Because if you take on the job of a police officer and you just think you're going to be doing traffic stops all day, you're in for a rude awakening when you get a call like this. You're in the wrong profession. And again, I'm not knocking anybody who doesn't want to go into a building where there's somebody with a rifle shooting at you. I get it. You got kids, you got family, you got a life ahead of you too, but you're in the wrong job. Now, I have some people that are close to me that are pretty big influencers in the police space that I highly respect that has a differing opinion on this. And I get it. And I hope we start hearing some information that's countering this. Maybe everything was done, and that would be ideal to me. It's terrible that this happened, and it's even more terrible that we have to sit here and wonder what could have been done. Not even why, because why is a hard enough question in itself. But could there have been a different outcome if we had a different action? And that's even more difficult to wrestle with. Because why is one person? Why did he do these things? But why did the outcome not differ because of these large amounts of individuals Cop cars on cop cars on cop cars. At least 20 men sitting out there with similar weaponry as this individual had in there. Just sitting out there. And you know where they were facing? Away from the damn school. And you know who they were facing? The parents. The parents who were screaming and crying in agony. And all they wanted to do was go inside. They were literally saying, I will go inside. I don't even need your weapon. I'm going in there. And they literally put a mom in handcuffs. And the only reason she got out of the handcuffs was because she knew 3 of the officers. And they went up to whoever was in charge in the area and said, she's fine. She's not going to do anything. And then she tiptoed her way back and jumped a fence and got her damn 2 children, like the fucking bad mama bear that she was, to go do this, because that's awesome. That's a hero. That's who I want wearing that vest. That's who I want going in there with an AR. That's the person who has the balls to take on that job and know what's at stake when you don't address it properly.